Hello students, welcome to the lecture. Today we are going to see a case study on ignition system. So welcome to the Center of Excellence in Electric Vehicle Laboratory. So I am Rajesh Kumar. So today we are going to see a kit in front of you. Are you able to see this?
Yes,
Are you able to identify the ports? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Could you say what are the ports? Mitesh, yes?
Sir, it has a distributor, sir, spark plugs. This is a kit used to diagnose the fault identification in the spark plug.
Yes, very good. So this is the ignition system fault diagnosis kit, right? So before into the working, you should know what is ignition system. What do you mean ignition system? Yes. What do you mean ignition system?
So something which ignites gives a spark.
Yes, yes, good. So have you seen your mother cooking gas induction stove? Yes. So how she is cooking? How she will ignite the burner? She will turn on the gas, then she will light the she will produce some spark in front of the burner. So what will happen? So it catches fire and you will see the fire. Am I right? So likewise, inside the engine, it is a closed chamber, right? So inside the engine, what will happen is the air fuel mixture gets compressed. It gets compressed in the gaseous form. So what this ignition, this spark plug does is it will produce a spark. So when the current comes in contact with the compressed air fuel mixture, it catches fire and it explodes. So that is how it catches the fire and it power stroke is attained in the engine, right? So how the spark is arrived? Do you know how spark is arrived? How spark is arrived?
First, the spark, energy from the battery is sent to the ignition coil, sir.
Yes.
The ignition coil steps up the energy and produces
Yes, very
more
good. So here what happens is the given input voltage is just a 12 volt, 6 volt or a 12 volt. This is imagine this is a two-wheeler's spark plug, right? This is two-wheeler. What is the battery capacity? We will use 6 volt, or if you go for 350cc vehicle, you will have 12 volt system, right? So this voltage, what happens is inside this ignition coil, it comes inside the ignition coil. So this coil is acts as a step up transformer. So what is step up transformer? Once the input voltage, what you are giving is the input voltage, that voltage is converted into a high voltage of current. So this is the HT coil, right? So this high voltage of current is then supplied inside the distributor. So if it is a multi-cylinder engine, means this distributor will distribute the spark accordingly to cylinder 1, cylinder 2, cylinder 3 according to the requirement. So how a spark is produced? A spark is produced by means of a magneto coil, this or an electronic coil which produces a high voltage of current, that is a step up transformer, right? So this 12 volt is converted into 25,000 volt to 50,000 volt, that depends upon the manufacturer. Once this high voltage comes in the flow, what happens here is, you can see here there is a electrode. So this electrode is called central electrode, which is the tip, right? And the bottom, that there is a bent kind of component, that is called the ground electrode. So when the current flows inside the central electrode, it jumps because of the ionization, because this portion of this part is inside the cylinder. So once it is inside the cylinder, in between the gaps, there will be a gas present. So this gas helps for the ionization. So what happens is this high voltage current comes in contact because of the ionization effect. So when high voltage of current flows inside the central electrode, because of the gas, it jumps to the ground electrode. So this phenomenon is called spark. So because of the spark, the engine gets ignited. So you can see the major components and you can see how the circuit is connected. So you can see here, these are the spark plugs, right? So these spark plugs can be varied by means of the application. So there are hot plug and cold plug. There are two different kinds of spark plugs, right? And this one is the contact breaker point. So it is present inside here. You can see here, this is the contact breaker point. So this contact breaker point is connected by means of the distributor. So you can see here. So according to the distribution, this will rotate like this, and which portion comes in contact, that portion, that particular spark plug will produce current. So this device is a device which is used to capture whether that the given spark plug is producing a current or not, whether it is working in working condition or not. So that is, we can determine by using this kit. So you can see here, this is the distributor. This is called the distributor, and you can see a tip here. This is the contact breaker. Are you able to see here? So this is the contact breaker. So once the circuit breaks, what will happen is the magnetic field will collapse and it will create a high voltage of current. So this is how this ignition system fault diagnosis kit is working. So thanks for watching. I hope you have some clear picture about the working of the ignition system fault diagnosis. We will meet in the next lecture.
Thank you.
Thank you.